Co-founders were already experiencing the high that we had in Dubai. We witnessed an event that had never ever taken place in the history of doing business anywhere on the planet. We saw a man of enormous talent being displayed when the marketing campaign began in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. It was a phenomenal happening and we were totally enthralled by what we saw. An introduction to OwnPassive, where the main focus was on the incredible legendary Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa, the tallest structure on earth, was now the home of OwnPassive. It became the home when OwnPassive bought, not leased or rented the entire floors 151 and 134. Mr. Ash Mofareh could have dropped the mic and nothing could ever equal what happened on that day. But knowing our incredible leader of OwnPassive, Mr. Ash Mofareh, who also happens to be the owner of OwnPassive, we knew that this was just a teaser. A teaser, where the beginning was at the top of the world. Normally the teaser is just a small part of something even more spectacular. How could Mr. Mofareh top what he has done in Dubai? With just that being done, he could have walked away and made history. But no more than about 2 weeks after that, March 30, 2022, which will go down in history, on April the 11th, 2022, we were completely broadsided by something that is more incredible. The buzz that we had by becoming one of the occupants of 2 floors of a building that is legendary, and would cause a lot of us to brag about it because that was just a teaser. The next stage happens to be on April 15, 2022. We were told by Mr. Mofareh that we hadn't seen anything yet. He revealed to us founders just a tidbit of what is going to happen on April 15, 2022. OwnPassive next campaign is going to be directed to the young ones, the children. Think about that. OwnPassive is not forgetting about the children. OwnPassive is going to be featured in multiple magazines where it was going to be seen by millions upon millions of people, and we are never going to stop building our brand. That is the genius of Mr. Ash Mofareh. What he is doing is that he is building the brand of OwnPassive even before it is globally launched to the world. That is extraordinary genius, and guess what? We founders have him all to ourselves. When OwnPassive hits the global market, it will be a household word. So anyone who sees OwnPassive in every kind of advertisement known to mankind won't have to ask what is OwnPassive. The world will know who OwnPassive is. That's the marketing wonder who we have as the owner of OwnPassive. No one would have thought about any of this because this is not inside the box thinking. This is more than outside the box thinking. This is the universe thinking. Incredibly, OwnPassive is featured in the biggest mall shopping center. Oh bless, this Friday will be helping the children in Hyderabad. The staff of OwnPassive, whose operations are centrally located in Hyderabad, India, wants to help. So they will use their resources to get a jump started. Can you imagine that? But they will not be alone, because whatever figure that they came up with, OwnPassive is going to match that as well. Remember, Oh bless is the heart of Mr. Mofareh. That means Oh bless is the heart of OwnPassive. You've heard the expression breaking news? You've heard the major networks that would have groups of highly qualified personnel reporting on events. On April 15th, OwnPassive will be all over Dubai. It will be live streamed on YouTube channels and possibly Zoom with the same outlets that we had on March 30, 2022. As of this date, April the 11th, 2022, we do not have the details. If we had the details, we wouldn't say we had the details because it would be proprietary, so when it happens, founders are going to be shocked out of their minds, just like the world who will be viewing it when the founders view it. Do you remember when we reached the top? The next thing was that we will see OwnPassive from the sky. The next thing is April 15th, 2022. On that date, we will enter another phase in the growth and the branding of OwnPassive. OwnPassive will be a worldwide brand. While doing all of this, there are so many products that are happening now. At one time, OwnPassive was the hunter. Now OwnPassive is being hunted by the hunters. The hunters are the ones who didn't believe, and now they're frantically trying to see how they can become part of this monumental company. If you don't know it by now, OnPassive is the trendsetter that is so far ahead that it's almost impossible for anyone to catch or pass it. Friday, April 15, 2022 is imminent. Are you ready?